channel. Here with me is one of the rabbit farmers in Kenya. Yes, he's a rabbit farmer in Kenya. He also owns a YouTube channel. He's going to be introducing himself to us in a bit. But what we are here for basically is to talk about rabbit farming. I want to be interviewing him about rabbit farming, how rabbit farming is there in Kenya. How is the market, the supply? How are they farming rabbit there? Is rabbit farming really profitable there in Kenya? Because as you guys know, in Nigeria, we are still trying to come up, but seems Kenya are the people into farming. So let him tell us. Sir, please, you're going to introduce yourself to us. Tell us your name, the name of your farm, then okay, just tell us your name and the name of your farm, then we can move on.
Hello, my name is Emmanuel Adundo. I'm based
Okay,
in Kenya. I have a rabbit farm. My rabbit farm is called Genrab Rabbit Farm.
okay.
Yeah.
So currently, how many rabbits do you have?
Currently, I have an average of 300 rabbit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you manage them alone? Are you the only one that manages this farm?
I have one worker who helps me in the management of that farm.
Okay, and you also work there too.
Yeah, I also work there too.
Okay, so how long have you been into rabbit farming?
I started rabbit farming way in January 20.
Okay, 4 years. Your your network is
Years. It's 3 years.
okay. 3 years. Okay, so in these 3 years of farming rabbits, how is the rabbit farming
Yeah.
business there in Kenya?
It's an exciting venture since I started it small and I've been growing gradually. So it's an exciting venture. Um, in terms of production, it's something that you need to learn. In terms of marketing, everything you just need to learn as you grow as a farmer.
Okay, so how many rabbits did you start with?
Well, I started with with the 5 rabbits. That is 4 doors and one back. And then
Oh,
from there, I had what we called a plan where I wanted to reach. So what I was doing is I got this breeding stock and then I was retaining female so that I can have enough breeding stock. Then
okay,
I was so careful with the breeding, the issue of with breeding, so I had to take other bags from another farm for me to reach my
okay.
maximum breeding stock. Yeah.
So you grew from 5 rabbits to almost 300 plus within 3 years.
Yeah, even there was
Wow,
some time I had like 400 rabbits.
wow,
The
wow,
thing is
wow.
that it's a business where you find that some rabbits are coming in, some rabbits are getting out.
Wow. Okay, so in average, how many rabbits do you sell every month?
Every month I sell like 80 rabbits. That
You
is
sell like how?
for 80,
Wow,
80
wow.
rabbits.
80 mature rabbits or 80 growers rabbit or winners. Which one?
And that is from 2 months to 4 months. I usually,
Okay.
uh, I usually, I usually don't sell mostly grown-ups like maybe mothers. I usually don't sell. So it's usually from 2 months to 4 months.
Okay, so what is your reason why you don't sell those big ones? Why don't you sell the mature ones?
Mm, I'm in the business still of breeding, as
Okay.
well as I'm in the business of meat production. Basically, for me, I believe when I'm doing rabbit farming, basically, I target especially meat production
Okay.
because when rabbit it's at 4 months, you can be able to slaughter it for meat. So my target is for 4 months. And when a person needs maybe a breeding stock,
Mm,
we usually advise him or her to take like from 2 months to 4 months. The reason is at least you get time to learn more as you stay with this animal. Given that rabbit it's a new
yeah.
venture, most of the people don't understand it. So we shall advise people to get this rabbit so that he or she can be able to learn how it behaves, how to take care of it.
Mm,
Because you find that maybe when you sell to a person a pregnant rabbit, uh, chances of him or her when you have it, when you get them when you are they are young, you can be able to learn more about rabbit farming as you stay with them.
okay, so what you are saying is if someone wants to go into rabbit farming for the first time, you advise them to go for the younger ones.
Yeah, especially for 3 months, because maybe for 1.5 months they haven't adapted well maybe to the new environment. But for 3 months, if you are any rabbit farmer who does rabbit farmer, you are sure that a rabbit that has attained 3 months, rarely do you find mortality there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So for 3 months, you are sure that this rabbit will be able to survive. And then from there, he can be able to grow with this rabbit.
Okay, okay, okay.
And also in terms of pricing, as we are aware, a mature rabbit is pricey compared to maybe a 3 months rabbit. So
Yeah,
maybe when person is entering rabbit farming, remember he or she is working under budget. So him acquiring like 3 months rabbits, he might acquire so many, so it's easier for a startup,
yeah.
especially for the startups. Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, I hope you have heard from him. He's a very experienced farmer. So, what he's trying to say is that if you want to start up rabbit farming for the first time, if you are someone that wants to go into rabbit farming for the first time, it's preferable you start up with the 3 month old or the 4 month old. These are the grower rabbits. So that before they get to maturity, you have learned a lot of things from them. Okay, that's all for someone that wants to start up for a new farmer that have not farmed rabbit before and want to start up, will you advise that person to start big or to start small? And what is your reason?
For me, I usually advise people to start small, but have a plan of where you are going to.
Okay,
You can start with like 10 rabbits, but you are having a plan of having like a 50 breeding stock. So you
okay,
start small, but have what we called a breeding plan
okay,
of where we are going.
okay. So, like,
Yeah.
how many doe units are you running on?
How many?
How many doe units are you running on right now in your farm?
Right now, I have the functional one. I have 60
60 doe
doors.
units.
Yeah,
Wow, guys, these are the people. These are the people making money from rabbit farming. So, okay.
I
So for this
I
your
have
60,
60. I
okay,
have 60 door units, but I have another house which I've started expanding on it. It has
okay,
like 20 door units. They are not yet functioning. I haven't started breeding them, so I've just retained them. But
okay.
my target is having over 100 door unit.
Wow, guys. So okay, for this your 60 doe units now, what is your
Yeah,
breeding plan like? How do you breed them?
my
Do you
breeding
breed do you
plan
breed
is
them do you breed them in badges or you breed all of them together? Let's know your breeding plan.
I can't even advise to breed your rabbits, all your rabbits. at the same time. So
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
what we do is we usually have a weekly breeding plan. We
Okay,
usually breed our rabbit every weekend. That
okay,
is every Friday and every Sunday. So when I use a bag on Friday, I let it
okay,
rest and then I use it on Sunday. So we usually have like every week I usually breed like 8 rabbits
okay.
every week. And then there is always chances of rabbit not getting pregnant. It
Yeah, yeah,
happens.
yeah.
Yeah. So from those chances, at least I have like 5 rabbits, which gives birth each and every week. Like like yesterday, I had to put their nesting box for 5 rabbits.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you use artificial insemination or you cross them directly?
I've been crossing them directly, and I wanted to use a AI, but I was advised not to use. I was advised good, but natural selection is always the best
Yes.
because of advantages and disadvantages of AI. So for me, I use natural selection. I just do it overnight. I put a door to the back in the evening, and then I remove it the next day morning.
Oh, you leave them overnight.
Overnight, just overnight. Yeah.
What is your reason as to why you do that? Because for me, I think
Um,
leaving them overnight. For me, I think leaving them overnight has a lot of disadvantages, like coming to see the male castrated, or the male fought the female, or they fought during the night, and all of that. I've experienced a lot of things like that before. So why is your reason why you leave them overnight till the next day before bringing out the female? Oh, I think okay, okay.
Hello.
You are
Sorry.
back. Okay, so
Yeah.
what is your reason why you leave them overnight?
Because for you, you are saying.
I am saying if you leave them overnight, it might cause a lot of
Yeah.
issues, like them fighting during the night, either the female castrating the male, or they end up fighting, injuring each other. I've experienced it before. So the way I breed my own rabbit is when once I take it there, I stay there and the whole action happens, then I separate the two of them. So give us your reason. Maybe I'll stick to yours. Why do you leave them overnight?
uh, for me, I initially when I started, I used to do it the way you do it. I used to
Okay,
just leave for like 1 hour, and then I
okay,
come, I remove.
mm,
But along the way, I realized that the chances of pregnancy was minimal. That's the reason as why I moved to overnight, and it has been working. It has been working so well. So just overnight, and then the following day I just remove, and then
okay,
it
okay,
just works. I haven't found any mortality. Maybe when the door is out of the back, maybe you finding maybe some kind of sickness or whatever. I haven't seen that, so it's something that it's working for me.
okay, okay.
Yeah. Uh,
Basically, you should do what works for you, because I've experienced the situation whereby putting the door and the buck is actually really, really bad, because most times they end up fighting at night. So if you are just coming live, here is Graham Farms, right?
Genrab,
Genrab Farms, okay, from Kenya.
Genrab, GenRB. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
Genrab. Yeah.
Genrab Farms from Kenya. He's currently running on about 300 rabbits and 60 doe units. So let's talk about your box. Let's talk about your male. How many male serves these 60 does?
I have eight males.
Oh, 8 males.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have 8 males, and as I told you, I usually breed it each and every weekend.
okay,
So every weekend I use 4 males.
Okay.
I use 4 bags. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
when
go on.
sorry.
Go on. Go
So
on.
yeah. So when I've used this bag this weekend, I don't use it the other weekend. I use it the next weekend.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So at what age do you start using this box? At what
Uh,
age?
basically for us, most of the time it's 7 months for back.
Mm-hmm.
At 7 months, it's really mature, and for dough it's 6 months.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what feeding method do you use in your farm? Because as for someone that has a lot of rabbits, I know like the price of feed goes up like almost every time. The
Yeah.
price of feed goes up. So what feeding method do you use? And how do you feed your rabbits in the morning? You say you guys are just two. You have one worker and yourself. So just two people. How do you guys feed over 300 rabbits? And how long does it take you?
Uh, in fact, the worker that I'm having does
Mm,
rabbit farming at the same time he does the other farming activities that we have in the farm.
yeah.
So, and I still feel that I still haven't utilized him well.
Okay.
Basically, what I'm saying is setting up systems. When
Mm,
you're doing rabbit farming, it's good to set up system. You have a self-cleaning cage.
mm,
Feeders, I usually use improvised J feeders where I feed my rabbit from outside. I don't open the doors for
yeah.
my rabbit, for my
Yeah.
cages in that matter. So it saves a lot of time and also even water. Though I don't use
The
a
nipple
nipple
drinkers.
system, I don't use nipple system, but I have set my system in a way that even I use I feed them with I feed them water outside, not even opening the cages. So that one saves a lot of time. You don't waste a lot of time. So like it's like in 1 hour's time in the morning I'm through with the feeding, and then in 1 hour's time in the evening I'm through.
Oh, okay. You were talking
Yeah.
about feeding them water from outside without nipple drinkers. What system is that?
Mm, it's just I use like I use some balls, some ceramic balls, and also I use some plastic um, plastic water feeders. But
Okay.
what I just do, I put them nearer to the wire chicken mesh or wire mesh in that matter. So
Mm.
we've made this, it's like a hole where we just pour water when you are outside.
Okay, okay, okay. I get you. I get you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, okay. So do you do rabbit farming full time?
yeah. I do rabbit farming full time plus some kind of farming like crop farming. But I am a farmer full time.
Oh, guys, these are the people making money from rabbit farming. So, okay, so in case you are in Kenya, I know I have a lot of Kenyan subscribers. In case you're in Kenya and you want to get a breed, maybe if you have someone now that wants to get a breed from you, can you supply breeds to someone?
Yeah, we do supply breeds, but as I told you, from 2 months to 4 months.
Okay. Okay. So, what are the kind of breeds you have in your rabbit farm? What are the kind of breeds you have?
I have different kind of breeds, but main one is a New Zealand White, and
Okay.
the house that even the house that I'm constructing the new structure, I'm
Mm,
targeting just to do it purely New Zealand White. But the other house it's mixed breed. I have New Zealand White, I have California White, I have Chinchilla, I have
mhm.
Havana. Havana is black in color,
Yeah.
and then I have a bit of Flemish Giant, and then I
Mhm.
have checkered Giant,
Okay. Okay.
and then
So,
we usually also have what we called here Kenya white. It's white but with black eyes.
Okay, okay. So what is your reason why you want to do just New Zealand white in the other cage, in the other hutch you are preparing? What's your reason why you want to do purely New Zealand white?
Reason as why I want to do New Zealand white purely
Mm,
is New Zealand white first. It's good for meat production. It's one of the best breed for meat production. It matures very fast. It adds up weight very fast, and then it has a good motherly ability in that it can be able to take care of the young ones very well. So if you are careful and if you have done research on rabbit farming, any person that is serious in rabbit farming will
mm,
always go for pure New Zealand white.
okay. So
Yeah.
so you have pure
So
breeds
so
in
the
your
reason
home.
so the reason I'm doing pure New Zealand white is so that I can just dedicate that whole farm for meat production. Just when
Okay.
they are 4 months, they are slaughtered for for meat purpose in that matter. Because I do believe that the reason as why maybe any person want to enter into rabbit farming, especially commercial rabbit farming, it's
Mm,
to make money. And uh, one of the main reason of one of the main reason for you to make money is for you to go into large scale farming with
yeah.
in meat production. In that matter, you need to go in meat production. So for you to attain that meat demand, you need to have like New Zealand white, which they mature very fast. At 4 months, you sell your rabbit; they are off to them from the cages, and then you restock your cages.
So at 4 months, how many kg do you have? At 4 months, how many kg do you get?
How many kgs?
Yes, do you get at 4 months with this New Zealand white rabbit?
Uh, for me, at 4 months, I usually get like 2.3 there, 2.3 kgs
Wow.
at 4 months.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then,
So
and then,
do you formulate your own feed?
on issue of feedings, for hay, we usually make our own hay. We are lucky we live in a place where we have like some open area where we cut
Mm,
our grass and then we stock them
mm,
for for maybe sunny season or rainy season in that matter. So we
yeah.
usually make our own hay. We don't buy hay. But for feeds, for pellets, we usually order them direct from the company. We have two reputable companies in Kenya.
Mm,
Maybe I'm not advertising for anybody. We usually use a company called Pembe.
okay.
Reason as why I haven't done formulation is rabbit rabbit system, digestive system is so sensitive
Yeah.
that
Mm, yeah.
all tests have been done to this
Mm,
raw materials so that I'm sure of the kind of feed that I feed my rabbit.
yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Mm,
So you were talking about you doing rabbit full time. A lot
yeah.
of people do say rabbit farming. Maybe a lot of people do think rabbit farming do consume a lot of time. Maybe people that are working or people that are government workers that don't have much time. What is your advice to those people saying, okay, I won't have time to feed these rabbits. I cannot keep them because I'm working. I'm working maybe a 9 to 5 job or something. What's your advice to those people?
My advice is the first thing to do before even you embark into rabbit farming is
Mm,
housing. Housing is so very much key. in that the moment you have a very self-cleaning cage, the moment you
Mm,
have a cage which takes you very little time, it's very easy for you to manage your rabbit. But when you have a cumbersome housing, it makes your work even to be cumbersome. So you just make sure that you have you get a person who understands what really is rabbit farming, because we have so many carpenters who can make rabbit hatches, but
yeah.
or rabbit cages in that matter. But you just need a person who understand exactly, like maybe when you're having like when you're having like let's say like 50 rabbits, how many
Mm,
cages do you want? And this cage is self-cleaning in a way that you can be able to take a very little time to feed your rabbit, then you get your on your own ways. So like when you have a very self-cleaning cage, it takes you very little time, like less than 30 minutes. You are through in the morning, even
mhm.
plus cleaning, you are through, and then you another 30 minutes in the evening. Even in the evening, it's just to give them hay, and then it takes that one takes a very little time, like even in 20 minutes you are through, and then maybe when you're doing things to do with the breeding or some little management, you create a day, maybe a weekend is when you can do like breeding, or when a rabbit is about to give birth, that one you can do even in the evening. When it's about to give birth, you can just give it a nesting box in the evening. So it's something that when you do with good planning, good
Mm,
hatches, I
mhm.
usually say that planning is everything. Planning is everything. With the proper planning, with the proper training in rabbit farming, it makes work very easy. Unlike
Yeah,
you just going there and then thinking that maybe you understand more about rabbit farming. Then from along the way, you find that some things which you thought that you know, they are not the way they are. That's why you
yeah.
find that most of the farmers, most of the people who have started rabbit farming, I've seen them most as in have stuck along the way just
Mm,
because of poor planning, poor knowledge about commercial rabbit farming, not
yeah,
pet rabbit farming in that matter. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So talking about breeding, after crossing your female
Yeah.
rabbit and your female rabbit has given birth, what do you do to
Yeah.
control the mortalities? Because a lot of farmers do complain that they have a lot of mortalities. Even if you check this comment section right now, the first person was like, please, one of
Yeah.
my 2 weeks rabbits die. What is the cost? So, how do you control mortalities for these little borns, for these little newborn babies? How are you able to control the mortality? Do you give them anything? Just let us know what is your your daily routine when you want to go to your farm and check for these little bunnies. What do you do to make sure they are all alive?
And I think especially for the little one, because mortality usually happen especially for the little one when
Yeah.
they are about to be weaned, and they yeah, when they are just about to be weaned, and immediately when they are weaned.
Yeah.
So I've come to realize maybe something that I can be able to share with us. I've come to realize that when a rabbit is small, or when the bunny is small,
Mm,
their digestive system is very, 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 very much sensitive.
mm,
Mm. So the best thing for to do first, apart from maybe looking for medication and everything, the best thing is give it a lot and a lot of hay. Make sure
okay.
that hay is constant.
Mm,
Reason I'm saying that is when you understand the little from the little biology that I have, is
yeah.
hay has got a lot of fiber in it.
Yeah,
Has got
sure.
a lot of fiber in it. And when you feeding your rabbit with hay, the high fiber helps in cleaning the digestive system of your little rabbit. Yeah.
Mm.
So it's something that I've experienced. There are some times which I had to lose along the way. I had to lose some rabbits, but along the way I came to realize that immediately I embarked on giving it a lot of hay apart from the pellets that I give it. I had a very very minimal mortality. So give it a lot of hay. And
Mm.
also, yeah, you'll always give it pellets for growth, but don't overfeed it with the pellets. Because pellets usually has a lot of it usually causes conditions. It's not it, bloating. It's not a disease. It's a condition.
Yeah.
It's just you just eating, and then you just have that bloating. Because pellets are usually sweet.
Yeah.
So you just make sure that you you just make sure that you give it a lot of pellets, and then we usually have like some biological probiotics
Okay.
probiotics that you can be able to give your rabbit. Um, they are usually mixed with some molasses. I don't know. I think you understand what is molasses.
No. Let us understand. All of us, we are here to learn. So,
Yeah, it's a it's just like a sugary thing. They usually also give to cows. It's like an enzyme. Enzyme basically it
mm,
speeds up the rate of reaction, but it don't participate in the reaction in that matter. So
okay.
when you're giving it a lot of molasses,
Mm,
you and then it's mixed with some EM, effective microorganisms. You understand EM?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I get that.
Yeah, you mix it with some EM. So you
Mm,
give it. It's a probiotic. It's a it, it makes your rabbit to utilize the food that you are giving. It's not a medication in that matter. So for
okay.
me, I usually give them that probiotic, and then
Mm,
I give them a lot of hay. So
okay.
when you're giving them a lot of hay, you are reducing a lot of mortality. So what I can just say, give your rabbit a lot of hay. When they have started eating, give them a lot of hay. You'll you you'll come one day and maybe attest and say that it worked. A lot of
Yeah.
hay makes a lot of difference for rabbit. That's why
Yeah.
even when you're reading books, we are usually told that 80% of your feeds to your rabbit should be hay, and there is usually a reason for that.
Mm, mm.
Yeah. eh.
So, talking about hay, how do you get your
Mhm.
hay? Do you buy them or you make your own hay?
For me, I make my own hay.
Okay.
Um, um, in Kenya, we usually have different hay. Maybe,
Okay.
maybe, maybe let me just talk conclusively about hay. For hay, we usually have grass hay, and we usually have legume hay.
Mm,
For legume hay, we have like things like lucerne or alfalfa in that matter. And then
yeah.
for grass hay in Kenya, we usually have Timothy hay or a Boma Road hay.
Okay.
Um, for legume hay, I don't advocate to give it a lot of legume because it has a lot of protein. Like alfalfa hay has a lot of protein in it, so it's
Yeah.
usually given for rabbits between 2 months to around 4 months. For
Okay.
mature
So they
rabbit,
can
don't
gain
give
weight.
them. Yeah, for mature rabbit, don't give it Lucerne hay, because Lucerne hay, as you understand, it usually causes what you call the kidney stone, kidney stone
Okay.
in the stomach. So you avoid that. But for grass hay, for Kenya, we usually have Timothy hay and Boma Road. For me, I
Yeah.
usually feed them with the Timothy hay. Luckily, God has blessed us. In our place, we usually have those hay, so we usually cut them and then we restock them. So we have a cutting machine that we usually cut with them. Then we stock a lot of hay for future use. Like for now, we don't have rains in Kenya, so
Mm.
we have a lot of stock for that hay.
Okay. Okay. So for this your, like, let me just use for the female rabbit for instance. After she has
Mhm.
given birth, do you do any routine medication, or do you do any routine medication for all your rabbits at once? What medication do you use to avoid maybe mortalities or things like coccidiosis, to avoid it? What kind of medication do you use?
Uh, Previously, I used to do some medication, but currently I'm specializing on those probiotic that I told you.
Okay.
Um, there is a lot of EM1 that I usually use. So it's 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 like I'm moving more to organic.
Yeah, organic.
Yeah, organic and yeah. Previously, I used to give them the agrovets one, but I stopped. I'm just using probiotic and the then it's just working for me.
Okay.
Basically, what I can say is just look for something that works for you. mm,
Yeah.
Something that works for you. Maybe it can work for me
Mm.
but for me, I do most of organic because I'm careful with the kind of feeds or with the kind of meat or with the kind of food that I give people.
Yeah.
So I've tried organic and it's working for me, and I'm happy for that.
Mm.
Yeah. The
Okay.
only the only the only medication that I can maybe use, maybe in one case or another, and they are minimal. In the event, maybe when I get diseases like menges, is
Mm.
when I do some injection, because that one is a quick reaction, only 1 week, and then they are. But that one is a very rare case. Maybe a month can go without maybe using that medication.
Okay. Okay, that's really
Yeah.
nice. That's really nice. So you do a monthly routine medication for the organic, or you do it once in 2 months? Like the one I do in my farm, I do once a month for my routine medication once a month for all my rabbits. But I don't medicate the pregnant ones. I don't know if you medicate the pregnant ones. So share with us. Do you
No,
medicate your pregnant rabbits?
no, I don't. I don't. Basically, what I just do is for the rabbit has given birth and
Mm.
um, the young one have started eating is when I introduce that EM to them up to the time when they are at 3 months.
Mm.
So daily we just mix. It's cheap. It's that EM. It's cheap, so we just mix it with water for the rabbits which are 1.5 months to 3 months.
Okay, okay, that's nice.
Yeah,
Okay, so now let's talk about the marketing. This is
yeah,
where the whole thing lies. Yes, we are going to be
yeah,
ending here. Let's talk about the
mm,
marketing, because one of the reasons why a lot of people go into rabbit farming is to make money out of it. Definitely, so it needs to lie down to the marketing points. So when it comes to the marketing, you said you sell 2 to 4 months, or you sell your rabbit for meat. So let's talk
yeah.
about the meat aspect right now of rabbit farming. Um,
Mm.
how do you market your rabbits? Do you have people that always comes to the farm to pick it up? Do you have people you supply to, or how do you go about it?
For marketing, I can say marketing is an engine,
Okay.
just like maybe a vehicle. A vehicle can't run without an engine.
Okay.
Like your heart, you can't function without your heart. Marketing is the heart of everything.
Yeah.
And in any venture, any farming, any business, when you just fail on marketing, um, it makes a whole different approach.
Yeah.
So, like when you have when you set up a system, your marketing system that works for you, you can be able to go for it. For me, I
Okay.
started the reason even I advise a person to start it small but have a bigger picture is for you even to understand the marketing aspect of it of rabbit farming. For marketing, we usually have two types of markets. Maybe for me here in Kenya, I usually have two types of market. I usually have retail market, and I usually have what we called wholesale market. For wholesale market, I usually target. Luckily, in Kenya, we have. I have done some marketing, and I have some people who do buy in bulk. But in retail market,
I think the network broke us out. Okay,
it's okay.
continue. Sorry, the network broke us out. Sorry. Let's just continue.
Yeah. So let me just recap on that.
Okay, hold on. If you want him to answer any question, just drop it on the comment section. I'm going to throw it to him so he can answer before we end the live. Okay, continue, sir.
Yeah. So as I was saying, we have retail market and wholesale market. Retail
Mm,
market is where target directly to the direct customers.
yeah,
So that one you need to work hard for you to attain that very market. And
yeah.
we usually have what we call wholesale market. For wholesale market,
Mm,
you don't work hard, but you can be able to get that very market. So for retail market, it's pricey. It's You get good prices, but for wholesale market, um, though it's not pricey, but the good thing is you sell in numbers. And any person that does rabbit farming, I will always advise him or her to do in numbers. You might start small, but do
mm,
in numbers in a way that even when you are selling, like for us, we in Kenya we use Kenya shillings. Like when you're selling like a rabbit for five, let's say 500 Kenyan shillings,
mm,
and a person that is selling for retail at 1,000 Kenyan shillings, but this
mm,
person is selling in volume, he will make a
mm.
lot of money,
Yeah,
compared to maybe when you sell one rabbit and he has sold maybe like 20 rabbits. He will make a lot of margin, a lot of
yeah,
money, given that the profit margin might be small, but he makes that large number of he delivers large number of rabbits, so it makes a lot of difference. So what I
okay, okay. Mm,
you can be able to sell in large numbers, but at the same time, you can be able to sell in retail. In retail, it's something that it's gradually you build your market base. But
mm,
with the time, when you have built that market base, you'll be able to even to be supplying to your customers in that matter.
yeah,
So basically, for me in Kenya, I don't know other people, but for me in Kenya, I usually,
okay,
for me in Kenya, I usually do what we call retail and wholesale
okay,
market.
okay.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, okay. So, do you slaughter the rabbit in your farm, then prepare it, like skin it or roast it and give to people, or they come and pick it alive?
Mm, both wholesale and retail. we usually slaughter them at our
Oh,
farm.
okay, okay, no problem.
But for retail, we do some branding on it, in that we package our rabbits, and then we put their label. If you maybe if you go to our Facebook page, you
Yeah.
will find yeah, we do some labels on those meat before we supply them to the customer. But for retail, we slaughter them for them, and then we just do weighing, and then from there we just take them as they are.
Okay.
Just do whatever they want for them.
Okay. So, guys, this is Genrab Rabbit Farm. He's basically in Kenya right now. He also owns a YouTube channel just teaching about rabbits, as I also do in mine. His YouTube channel is Genrab Rabbit Farm, Genrab, right? Genrab Farms. So
Yeah,
currently he's at 600 subscribers. So if you want to be learning from him too on his YouTube channel, just go and subscribe to his YouTube channel right now. And also, if you are watching this, you can also
thank
consider subscribing to ours. No problem.
you.
So let's be
Yes,
reading out some comments on the comment section. Then we can now go on with the rest of the thing. Senior
yes.
Kiria said, you said you have 300 rabbits. How many kgs do you have?
The number of cages that I have,
Yeah, how many rooms are there?
mm, currently my cages are usually blocked.
Okay,
Each block usually have 12 cages.
okay,
So currently I have that is 9 plus 3, that is 12 plus 2. That's around 15 blocks. 15 blocks times 12. I don't know how many are they. So I
okay.
don't usually. I
15 times 12
Yeah,
times 12. Okay, that is about 180 kgs.
yeah.
Okay.
Those are the current one. But
Mm,
we still expanding the house. We still
mm,
expanding the house. So there is so accommodation for other cages.
okay. So most of you
Yeah.
guys might be hearing 180 kgs and 300 rabbits. Like the little ones can stay together. The little ones can stay together, even 4 or 5, depending. But the mature ones, you put them one each cage, right?
Yeah. So for mature one, when I
Okay.
age, but for little one, when we are winning, we just do like maybe 4 to 5 rabbits, 4 rabbits when we are winning, and then we decongest them like 3 rabbits. By the time we are slaughtering them, each
Mm,
cage might be holding like 3 rabbits,
okay.
a
Okay.
maximum of 3 rabbits. Yeah.
Okay. So if you want us to answer your question, just drop it on the comment section and it's going to answer it now before we go off. Then Senior Kirenya said, when a female rabbit gives birth, when do you take it back to the male?
Yeah, that's a very, very, very good question,
Yeah.
and it boils down to the to your breeding plan, and maybe to educators, we shall have what we called intensive farming and extensive
Mhm.
farming.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
us, and also we have semi intensive. For us,
Yeah. Like me,
I think
me, I do extensive.
yeah,
I don't
you
I
do
don't
maybe.
I don't rush the breeding.
Yeah. For me, I can say maybe I'm at semi intensive in that matter. In that the moment I breed rabbit, I let it take care of the young one for 1.5 month.
Okay. That's six
For
weeks.
1.5 month. That's 6 weeks. From there
Okay.
I
That's
do weaning. Yeah. From there I do weaning. And then I let
mm,
it rest like only 1 week. 1 week, and then I do the rebreeding.
that's
But
exactly the same thing
after
I do.
yeah, but after breeding, I don't let my rabbit maybe to just stay for the whole month before maybe I can know maybe if it's pregnant or what. We usually do what we call the palpating, and I think you
Yeah,
understand what is palpating.
yeah,
So
I do that
by
very well.
yeah, so by the time it's about 12 days, I can be able to know that this rabbit is not pregnant, and then I can be able to rebreed. So it saves
Time.
uh, a lot of time and the resources also.
Mm. You know, a lot of
Yeah,
people get to wait till 1 month to figure out if the rabbit is actually pregnant or not. Like most times,
yeah,
I used to laugh about it. Some farms here in Calabar, I mean Calabar, city of Calabar, Cross River State in Nigeria. So some of the big
yeah,
farms here, most of these rabbit farmers don't really know how to palpate. I don't know, like not everyone knows how to do palpating no matter how many years of
yeah,
experience you have had. If you don't know palpating, I think is something like a skill you need to develop for yourself.
yeah.
So most
It's
of
a
the farms,
skill and hello, it's a skill, and if you are not sure of it, please don't, because you might
yes,
end up
exactly.
just damaging the young ones. So
Yeah.
it's a skill that you just need to learn, especially from the experienced person. He will be able just to tell you how to do it slowly. Luckily for me, it's a skill which I got it in my early timing of rabbit farming, and then
Mm.
it has been able to help me a lot. Uh, to save me a lot of time and a lot of maybe resources in terms of feeds, because
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
just feeding the rabbit and then, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, okay, okay. Let's move on. So we don't I don't want us to exceed 1 hour. Okay.
yeah,
Mike said, please, rabbit breed is good. Okay, which I think is asking which rabbit breed is good for meat production. They already said this New Zealand white. There are a lot of rabbit, but the best for meat production is the New Zealand white. Mike also said how many weeks to win? 6 weeks, Mike. Okay.
yeah,
Okay, I think that will be all. Okay, talking about the
yeah,
palpating, most times there are a lot of farmers in Cross River State, even big farmers, when they breed their rabbit, after breeding it, I will, like for me, I palpate from 11 days. I palpate
yeah,
from 11 days. So after breeding, most of these big farmers just call me, okay, come to my farm. I have like 5 to 10 rabbit I want you to palpate. So I just go there and check it out for them. Not everyone knows how to palpate this, but there are some videos online that can help you, even on YouTube here, that can help you to palpate. So, Genrab, you are going to be dropping your number on the screen, your WhatsApp number, so that maybe for those people in Kenya that wants to message you for rabbit or for partnership or that wants to visit your farm for training or that wants you to set up their farm, they can message you. And also, even if you are outside Kenya, you can still do a business with him and link up anyhow it is. So just drop us your
yeah,
WhatsApp number so that we can go about it there. Yeah, your WhatsApp number.
yeah. Even if you are not in Kenya, information is power.
Yeah,
Information is power. And, you we can we I usually say that we are not perfect. It's a
yeah.
learning process,
Mm.
and we can always share together. So my WhatsApp number is +254 +254 710
Okay.
84 85 68
Again.
+254 710 84 85 68.
Okay. Okay. So, for those of you guys that maybe you didn't get it, this is his um WhatsApp number, so you can just screenshot it and write it down. Okay, so General, thank you so much for having us, guys. If you are yet to
Yes.
subscribe to his YouTube channel, just go and search right now for YouTube here. He also does a lot of good work on YouTube here. He's from Kenya. Go and check out his YouTube channel, Genrab Farms, and subscribe to it. GENRAB Farms. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Genrab, so much. Thank you for having
Thank you.
us. We really appreciate you for sharing Thank you for sharing your little knowledge with us. We really, really appreciate. Thank you. Bye,
So
everyone.
also,
Okay.
so thank you also, and God bless you.
All
Bye.
right. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so, so much.
Amen.
Bye.
Bye.